to anyone listening to the sound of my voice. I want to officially welcome you to another episode of my podcast, the Next Generation Orientation Podcast. And on today's episode, we're talking about the power of gratitude. So we might have to understand what gratitude is all about. And gratitude is the power of appreciation. The in the state of being thankful. Pleasantly thankful, for appreciating what have happened to you, of what someone have done for you, or especially what God have done for you. That power of gratitude, it has a way of attracting more things in your life. So it's one of the principles of life that we need to understand today. And it's not just me here. I'm here with a brother, George. Thank you so much, brother, for coming through. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, dear brother. I'm so honored. Thank you for the privilege to come share this.
Yeah, first time we met, you're playing guitar, your guitar kind of attracted me.
Javi Lake.
In Javi Lake, yes, something. So your message was inspiring that day. So I thought of, I think you have something a message for the next generation. Then you now picked this topic. So what actually made you among all the topics? Like, what was your what inspired you to actually go for the power of gratitude?
Okay. With every sense of understanding, gratitude is what everyone should be intentional about if you want to gain expression in life. And what really inspired me was I've count time without number how much we've lost so much we desire to achieve when we are not conscious of being gratitude, when we are not conscious of being grateful to some persons that we look up to as mentors and even to God collectively.
Exactly.
So I've been inspired in no small ways by showing gratitude. A wise man will always say, no amount of gratitude is much, and no amount of gratitude is little. So the word gratitude is something we must be intentional about. You can't take gratitude out of the principles of life.
Yeah, that's one of the key principles.
Yeah.
So, to what prompted you choosing that topic? You felt that there is something about gratitude that this generation don't yet understand, or should I say our society? Because I think we are living in a lot of ignorance. Yes, in our society right now we're living in a lot of ignorance, and the ignorance is one of the things that have been causing us not to be grateful. Not to appreciate the things that are meant to be grateful for feedback. So talking about the power of gratitude, what exactly did you think? How did it exactly affected the society or society currently?
Okay. Gratitude in positive way that really affect the society in the sense that it's when one is grateful, there is room for more.
Exactly.
There's this dear man of God, Pastor Paul Nature will say, a grateful heart is a filled heart. That when you are grateful, you become full of even your expectations ahead. So narrowing it down to life in general, gratitude is what every person, every serious-minded person should be intentional about. Because when you are grateful to God and even humans around you, you create a conducive atmosphere for peace. In fact, the opposite word of gratitude is to complain. When you are not grateful,
You're complaining.
you are complaining.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so if you are complaining, you might end up stirring an atmosphere that is not conducive. And I've seen a couple of I've stayed in the north for good 7 years, and I know when a couple of those Almajiri guys would always want to complain, and when they complain and they take up to the street, you see them ending up destroying properties and then causing amen within the society.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gratitude it's something we should consistently ring and remind ourselves about. When one is grateful, you'll be at peace with yourself, one, and secondly, you would be so very joyful, and you will have every reason not to complain. So great gratitude is something we should always be intentional about. I would want to share this story. I was in Jabi Lake where we met one of those days, and then I one of the beggars. But there are some few persons that come around to beg, and I had just little money on me, and I had to give. little boy, and you could see the smile and joy in his face. 2 days interval when I came around, I didn't even notice they were still sitting along that corridor. And then you could see the young boy, about 3 years old, clamoring and coming to get my attention and waving at them. And even with my guitar, I had to turn back and hug the boy. And then this thing literally wouldn't have happened if it's coming to me towards me. Literally wouldn't have happened. When it was this.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. That it wouldn't have happened because
Yeah,
of,
it literally wouldn't have happened if I didn't give him something in return, and he's now putting on a very
gratitude yes,
atmosphere.
character, yes. Yes.
And then that thing that happened anytime I come around, anytime I go around Chabile, I'm very intentional about reaching out. So even if I don't have a dime to give, I have sweet to give. Even if I don't have sweet to give, I have my guitar to play and to create a conducive atmosphere for them to enjoy. So I really feel gratitude when one is conscious of being grateful. There is more you are calling for.
Because when you talk about gratitude in our society, especially the youth, the upcoming ones, they don't actually, maybe they have been misled when it comes to gratitude. So gratitude in general is just a kind of a form of appreciation. Yeah, it's something that you need to show, for you to show that, okay, fine, I really appreciate the gift of this in my life. Some people find it difficult to be grateful to God because they will like, I don't know if you understand, especially those that have not actually had any kind of life challenges. So if you have health challenges in any part of your life, you will know what it means for you to have a complete health.
True.
Yeah, because I've met some people that are blind. You will see there's, even with them being blind, they are still grateful for the fact that now they have understand what it means to lost one of the most precious side.
True.
So they now they appreciate their nose, their hands, their legs, because they know that if for them to be blind, there are also a lot of people out there that has one issue or the other. So it makes them to want to appreciate. Then you see someone that is being complete, is not being grateful self. Even some of them finally go into depression. Yet because God did not create them the way they want. God, yes, sometimes we say that God create me without backside. I don't know if you understand that kind of. Yes, our society is entering into depression. We are not being grateful.
I think I should share a story in that light.
Yeah.
6th of July was my birthday.
Okay.
And it's always my birthday every 6th of July.
Yeah.
So one of those days I got a call from a dear lady I love and honor dearly. She was my class rep then in school. And she called me. I was just expecting to hear a birthday wish. And then she told me she had a fatal accident a night before.
Wow.
And then she was admitted in Kupa General Hospital. So in pain, and I just picked my guitar because she loved singing. So I went with my guitar to General Hospital. Immediately I entered the emergency ward. You could see the way people were shouting, complaining. There was so much pain in the atmosphere. And I was able to recognize her from afar. And I went to her bed. And then, this is somebody coming back from church. And then the motor ran over her. She lost her 2 legs. And while I sat down there, I just held her hands and I was just speaking live into her, playing the guitar just to create an atmosphere for her. And when I was done, I feel led to still reach out to a couple of persons around. And there's this dear lady, very beautiful lady, she was placed on oxygen. And I was asking the doctor in charge, how long has she been here? And she told me she has been here for 21 days. Tomorrow is going to be 21 days she has been here and she has been placed on oxygen. And I was careful enough to ask, how much is the bill? Not because I want to pay, but I was so very inquisitive. And she told me the bill is 120,000 naira for 24 hours. And when I left the hospital, I didn't even pass the gate of the hospital. I was intentional about calculating 120,000 naira times 21 days. And truly that was the doctor. And I came out, when I left, I said, wow, I have to be grateful for even the air I can breathe for free. And so in fact, that gave me a song, My Oxygen. I did a song recently, Jesus My Oxygen. Powerful song. And then I was going to do the song with one of these ministers, Minister Dunsi. So we must be intentional about being grateful.
Yeah.
One, to God, and secondly, to humanity.
Exactly.
If you're not grateful to to anybody that showed you love, there will be no room for more. I was sharing with somebody yesterday. The person is always complaining, man. This country don't tire me. I need to jackpot. And then and then I had to just bring a picture. I said, this the place you want to jackpot to, you might still need to go start life there. And you're not just going to start life there, you're going to start life as maybe a fugitive, or probably you'll not be very, very at peace with yourself, because the country you are is your state of origin, and this is where you are giving birth to, and you have enough authority to yourself to exercise a couple of rights. But if you go to this place, you'll be a bit limited. And I was giving him some stories, and I told him this is one reason why you must be intentional about being grateful. Regardless of the first subsidy or anything around, you need to be
Yeah.
grateful with what you have. When you are grateful with what you have, you give room for more. So gratitude, in summary, bro, it's what our generation needs to be very intentional about. When you are grateful, it gives access. I was surprised when you told me about the fact that you worship in family worship center. I think I should share that.
Yeah.
I was in Castina one of those days when I saw Mama Sarah's picture and Dunsin Oyeka, and I was very, very intentional about, because her messages has blessed me in no small ways. There are sometimes I just listening to a video clip, and then it's reshaping our focus and mindset. So when I was stepping into Abuja newly, I had in my heart to do a portrait for her, and then a lady told me her birthday is, in fact, one best way to be grateful to people, to humans,
Yeah.
is their birthday season.
Okay.
Yes, you can. And one way to appreciate gratitude beyond word is gifts. When you give gifts. So I took it upon myself to do a portrait, and I had to contract the portrait. And a day before Sunday, I took the portrait to church. And I know she has never, in fact, when I even told her my name is George Omale, and I'm into missions. I'm passionate about reaching out to the unreached. She was not really very receptive to receive. But when I brought out the portrait, I feel led to just come honor her this. And then she received it with joy, and I left. But there was peace in my heart. Why? I had communicated the art of honor, you understand, to
Yeah.
her. And then, so in summary, we must be very intentional
Intentional.
about being grateful. Gratitude is not when you are blessed alone. In fact, when you are grateful to the little you
You
receive,
receive.
there will
There's
be
a room
more.
for more.
Yeah. In fact, when I was done, she told me, always come to church. And I told her, Mama, I long for a covering. And she said, this is home. You can always come around. And that alone made me to always consistent, even if, regardless of the fact that I'm very busy, going to churches on the strength of invitation. I create our time to come around to be blessed. And I honor her as a mother, and a mother in the gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gratitude is powerful.
Oh,
If our younger generations can get this message properly, it's one of the great principles of life. Yeah. So power of gratitude. Yeah, it's one of the greatest principles of life. Because when you're grateful for what you have, just like we always say, you open room for more.
true.
Yeah, there is always room for more. So in talking about the gratitude, had it been, if without gratitude, what do we tend to face?
Okay, without being grateful. In fact, there's no word gratitude. Part of one thing that will fit into the word gratitude is ingratitude, and then complaints, and then we will live an unpeaceful life. You understand? When one is not grateful, one of the things that comes to your heart is suicide. Yes, I will share on that a vivid example of what happened some 2 weeks back. I was coming back from a meeting somewhere within Gwarimpa, Second Avenue, when I heard two women, motherly figure, trying to beg a young boy who is wanting to jump a 2-story building. He locked himself, and they were outside the gate trying to beg. And I was just coming out with my guitar randomly. So I told the guy, I said, "Did you know me? What's your name?" He said, "His name is Daniel." I said, "Wow, that's my younger brother's name. Can I have the privilege to talk to you?" He said, "Yes." And then that's how somebody by the door, that's how they opened the key, and I went inside, and I was not, it was upstairs, and he said, "I can't come beyond. I had to just stay where I am to talk to him." And I told him, "You need to be grateful for your life." And after having some little investigation from the mothers, they told me he wants to jump the story building because they were not able to pay him 60,000 naira. So I told him, what's 60,000 naira equating to your life? You understand? And then, in summary, I ended up convincing him, and I left. And while I was leaving, I just got to this. I got to know that when one is not grateful, it's because you've not seen what you need to be grateful for. You understand? If you are not grateful, it's because you've not understand the magnitude of why you should be grateful. And when you are not grateful, in absence of being grateful, you experience poverty. Yes, poverty. Because when you are grateful, you give room for more.
Yeah.
So you experience poverty, you experience pain, you experience unpeaceful atmosphere that is not conducive, that is not even receptive to learn. So, in summary, when we are grateful, there's so much we achieve. In fact, when you are grateful, you'll be healthy. I don't even understand. When you are grateful, there is every possibility. In fact, there is 99% assurance that you'll be healthy. But when you are always complaining, in fact, a couple of those persons that are HIV positive, one of the reasons why a couple of them die on time is because they are not grateful. You understand?
Yeah.
They are not grateful in the sense that they are always at the verge of complaining that, no, I don't have time again, I don't have time for myself.
There were no peace.
True.
Within them.
And then, so they lost peace. In fact, one of the things that will happen to one, if you are not being grateful, is that you lost your peace. And secondly, you start complaining. And one, in a good book, the Bible always says the devil lash upon our ignorance to be of negative influence to us. And I used to tell my guys and a couple of persons around me that when you wake up in the morning, first be grateful to God and be grateful to as many persons around you for the conducive atmosphere. In fact, there are some persons that are begging to see a conducive atmosphere. I was in Lagos sometime last 2 months, and not last 2 months, during the cashless policy. And then I had just 3,000 naira on me.
That time, 3,000 cash.
3,000 naira is a strong deal, man.
Yeah.
So, and this 3,000 naira, I was passing randomly on the street when I saw a long queue, and then somebody came up to meet me. But he was looking tattered, and I told him, "Can I get 200 naira?" And seeing that I understand how much the situation is going within the country, I gave him 250 naira out of the money I was having because I was conscious of keeping some money for myself too. And then the next day I was passing the street, he waved. Yeah, Baba. In fact, I didn't even take note, but the way he was very, very intentional about saying hi. And then I was tempted to ask him, "Have you eaten?" And he said, "No." I said, "Please, let's go and eat." You understand?
Yeah.
And then out of the little I have too, because there was no room, you have enough money in your account, but you can't withdraw. And the little I had, we shared. And when I left him, I was able to solidify a relationship. So I'm just sharing this randomly. One other thing gratitude does is gratitude make you build valuable relationship with people.
Yes.
I've seen some top guys in the city, in society, that understand the power of gratitude. They can travel more than 5,000 miles just to go and honor somebody and just say thank you. In fact, the Yoruba guys are good in saying thank you. In fact, if one of the people that understand gratitude very, very well are the Western guys, the Yoruba guys.
Yeah.
When you give them something,
They dobale.
Yes, they'll dobale. And in fact, the next day again, they'll say thank you for yesterday. And 2 days into it, they'll say, "Man, thank you for 2 days back."
Yeah.
Those guys understand gratitude.
Yeah.
And then I really wish these are young generation will be very intentional. In fact, as a mentor or as a mentee, one way to enjoy a mentor and a mentee relationship is the power of gratitude.
You have to be in between.
You have to be intentional. Or that when you even receive some little information and you feel they are so little, be thankful for the information you've received. A wise man will always say, "I don't throw my information unnecessarily. I don't give knowledge unnecessarily." The ability for you to be receptive and be grateful for the little information I've given you makes me want to give you more. One other person that understands gratitude, in fact, not even understood, somebody that has given us a pace setter of gratitude is Jesus Christ. So when Jesus Christ would want to lift up his hands, when there is room for lack, he will lift up his hands and say, "Father, I thank you because each time I call upon your name, you answer me. Thank you for much." Thank you for more. Thank you for abundance. And before you know, in fact, every miracle Jesus Christ did in the Bible was on the strength of gratitude. You see him lifting up his hands, giving thanks to his Father. Before you know, so much abundance. Even in the wedding feast, he started in gratitude. So I don't know, but there is so much we should be very intentional about when it comes to giving thanks. Just like the way you've rightly defined, gratitude is an act of paying homage to God and even humanity.
Yeah, to God and humanity.
Yeah. And I think it's derived from the Greek word called gratias.
Gratia, yeah.
To be appreciative. And anybody that is grateful has a joyful heart.
Always.
He's always joyful. I observed when you came in and you gave our guy some stuff, and then you could see you spiced the atmosphere. I'm sure he's listening.
Yeah.
You spiced the atmosphere. There's so much.
Yeah, my brother. Man, I think this topic is just very it's there. But it's there. You know, a word is a kind of they said a word is enough for the wise. It's not a long conversation, but it's a very powerful conversation, which is very important. So if we understand what gratitude is all about, then I think we'll have more life to live for ourselves. You know, because when you understand gratitude, it will help you a lot from anxiety. It will help you from depression. So that because if you know that there is something that you have that someone else don't have, you have to be grateful of that in which you have. So it will make you to appreciate that which you have and make you to appreciate wherever you are. You know. So the most important thing is the difference between a poor man and a rich man is vision. So it's nothing else but vision. God gave everybody vision, so an idea, something that's to dream of, something to dream of, you know. So if you can keep up to that, if you want to keep up to that vision and to focus on that to get it done, and you have to have the power. You have to have a grateful heart. You have to understand gratitude. Yes, it makes you to be appreciative of everything, of every blessing you've gotten from God and from humanity also. So I think is there something else you want to end up with?
No, just a few words. To be grateful is to be filled with so much you so desire. But when one is grateful, expectation is short. Your expectation is met. So in simple terms, I long that a couple of many persons listening to this, and I know this will be flying viral. I want us to be very intentional about being grateful. There are few words I've imbibed. I went to visit an orphanage home last week, and I taught the children this. Thank you. I am grateful. God bless you. These few words communicate with volume, and it stirs the heart posture of every person around.
Exactly.
Thank you. God bless you. I am grateful. This was I appreciate it.
Learn it. Know how to do these things. Even when someone show you road, even someone, don't be always not when someone gives you money. That is the only time to be grateful. When someone share an information with you, anything that someone gives to you that you don't have, even if it's information, even if it's direction, even if it's a word, even if it's encouragement, no matter how it is, appreciate it. You understand? Even if it's a motivation, appreciate it. Even if it's an inspiration, appreciate it. Thank you, bro. You just inspired me. Thank you, sis, for what you just given to me. Thank you, brother, so much for coming through. Thank you so much for coming around. Your presence means a lot to me. No matter how it is, thank you so much for what you did for me the other day. I'm so much grateful, bro. See, you might not know. It has a way of making those people to know that yes, being good, it pays. So it encourages them to be like when I do something for someone appreciate me. It makes me to want to do the same thing for another person. I need to keep doing it and more and be like, wow, you understand? It's an appreciation that is very powerful. You might not know. Yeah. I say the banya say for our purpose now. Ekene doesn't go or make words. When you greet person for the one when you don't, you will do again.
True.
You understand? Yep. Yes. So that's an Igbo adage. So thank you so much, brother, for coming
Thank
through.
you. I'm
Thank
so
you,
honored.
thank you for your
Thank you.
knowledge.
Thank you for the privilege. I'm
Yeah,
so grateful.
no, I'm more than grateful. So, and I hope not me only, both the listeners and the viewers out there, they've actually, they are, let me say, they have been blessed by what you shared. Yes, because this is one of the key principles of life. You know, so that is what the podcast is all about. You know, talking about the principles of life. You know, so this is one of the key principles of life. Being grateful. Thank you so much for watching out there, and I want to appreciate anyone watching. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you do so. And if you're watching via Apple Podcast, Spotify, just make sure you click the link on my bio or click the link on the description to listen via Apple Podcasts and to follow me on all social media platforms. Thank you so much for being there with me, and I hope this was a blessing to you. God bless you for watching. Hope to
Thank
see you on
you.
the next episode. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Honored.
Yeah.